Proceed now to conclude with Mr. Horsford. In the next 3.5 minutes, Mr. Horsford is recognized to inquire.
Thank you for your indulgence, Chairman Neal, and thank you, Secretary Yellen. I didn't come to Congress to defend every federal program. There are federal programs that work and deliver for our constituents, but there are other programs that do need to be reviewed and improved. And my constituents didn't send me to Congress to make political points in committee. They asked me to address critical issues that are affecting them, and the cost of living is one of those issues. Now, we're all aware of the impact that inflation is having on Americans. Some of this is related to global factors such as Putin's war in Ukraine and the COVID-19 pandemic, but some of this includes the inactions here in Congress. We have so much that we could have done and still can do to address the rising cost of living if we work together regardless of party. So I'm asking my Republican colleagues to work with us on this side of the aisle to lower costs on housing, child care, food, and gas prices, to not make this about politics, but to work together to solve problems. Now, Secretary Yellen, despite the COVID-19 pandemic, the prices for homes in Nevada have reached record highs in recent months. In May, the median cost of an existing single-family home in southern Nevada was $482,000, an increase of more than 25% from May of last year. At the same time, rents have risen almost 25%, ranking Las Vegas metro area #2 in the nation for fastest rising rents. Now, one of the main reasons for this is because out-of-state corporate investors are buying up the limited housing stock in our communities. I recently had Secretary Fudge in my district just this Monday to tour some of these developments and to talk about the need for increased investment in affordable housing. Now, while I agree with the record amount of new jobs and increases in wages, my constituents do expect me to raise issues of concern, including housing and gas prices, with you today. So my question is, what tools does the Treasury Department currently have to combat the predatory actions of corporate investors who are buying up homes and pricing out local residents? And what is Treasury doing right now, or do you intend to do, to help ease the price of gas? And what recommendations, if any, do you have for us here on the committee?
Well, in terms of Treasury's powers, we've been very focused on the Emergency Rental Assistance Program and the Homeowners Assistance Fund that I think have been helpful in addressing the problems faced by especially low-income people in the middle of this pandemic. Affordable housing is a key goal of the administration. The Build Back Better package contained funds for affordable housing. We certainly recognize that there was a huge problem before the pandemic, and that with the escalation in house prices and rents, we're seeing that this is a critically important need. And so we look forward to working with Congress to do what we can to address this.
I thank the gentleman, and I want to